Sama-sama kay Inday Sara, 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 ang agila ng timog, walang inuurong ang laban, tapat na paglilingkod ang ilalaan, may talino at kakayahan na mapaunlad ang ating bayan.
Siya'y isang simpleng tao, aking napatunayan, mapagpakumbaba sa madla at maging sa kaibigan. Siya ay idolo ng marami, matanda at kabataan, idolo ng inyong lingkod at tunay kong hinahangaan kung paano kumalinga sa kapos at mahihirap. Uri ng taong aking hinahanap sa hinaharap, at ngayong nakita ko na ang tunay na agila sa buong Pilipinas, siya'y aking ipapakilala. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes, Duterte. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes, Duterte. Di tayo pababayaan, bayan ay aalagaan. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes, Duterte. Duterte apelyido, pangalan Inday Sara, minamahal, tinatangkilik siya ng Pilipinong masa. Mismong ako ang patunay at aking nasaksihan, nang siya'y aking makasama sa buong kapuluan. Mas mahalaga sa kanyang sarili, pagmamahal sa kanyang kapwa, puso niya sumeserbisyo sa kapos at mga dukha. Ang mapabuti ang buong bansa'y kanyang hinahangad, at ang tiwala ng sambayanan ay may lagay sa kanyang palad. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes, Duterte. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes, Duterte. Di tayo pababayaan, bayan ay aalagaan. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes, Duterte. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes, Duterte. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes, Duterte. Di tayo pababayaan, bayan ay aalagaan. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes, Duterte. Isang taong may tapang, may pitak sa ating bansa, isang taong may prinsipyo, may isang salita. Paglipad ng agila, magkaisa tayong lahat. Pagmamahal, suportang tunay ang ating ipangtapat, at tayo ay susuklian, buong pusong paninilbihan. Buong mundo niya ay iikot para sa buong bayan. Sa hamon ng kinabukasan, tayo'y nasa likuran, at umasa kang si Inday Sara nasa harapan. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes, Duterte. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes, Duterte. Di tayo pababayaan, bayan ay aalagaan. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes, Duterte. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes, Duterte. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes, Duterte. Di tayo pababayaan, bayan ay aalagaan. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes, Duterte. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes, Duterte. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes, Duterte. Di tayo pababayaan, bayan ay aalagaan. Eto na Inday Sara, here she comes, Duterte.
May bagong pag-asa ng nadarama, may bagong sigla tayong nakikita, pumapagaspas sa hangin. Dala-dala rin ng alon, lilipad tayo, lilipad tayo.
Ipagpapatuloy ang pagbabago, itataguyod ang bawat Pilipino. Sa kanyang talino, aahon tayo.
Lilipad na ang agila, magtatanggol, magmamahal sa ating bansa. Lilipad na ang agila, at bagong araw at pag-asa'y kanyang dala.
Sa kanyang mga pakpak, kasama tayo lilipad tayo. Lilipad na ang agila, pagbabago ay itutuloy niya. Lilipad na ang agila, pagbabago ay itutuloy.
Dapat pantay-pantay ang lahat. Walang kasarian, edad o relihiyon. Walang mahirap, walang mayaman. Ang kailangan ng bansa, pagkakaisa ng bayan, disiplinadong mamamayan, tuloy-tuloy na kaunlaran.
Juday, love you! Huwag ka mag-alala, number one kita!
Siya'y isang simpleng tao, aking napatunayan. Mapagpakumbaba sa madla at maging sa kaibigan. Siya ay idolo ng marami, matanda at kabataan. Idolo ng inyong lingkod at tunay kong hinahangaan. At ngayong nakita ko na ang tunay na agila, sa buong Pilipinas siya'y aking ipapakilala. Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte! Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte! Di tayo pababayaan, bayan ay aalagaan. Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte! Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte! Di tayo pababayaan, bayan ay aalagaan. Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte!
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh sa mga kapatid nating Muslim. May buntag at magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Welcome po dito sa SA4U ngayong araw o huling Lunes sa buwan ng Marso. Mahigit isang buwan na lang po bago ang eleksyon 2022 ngayong Mayo. At sa ngalan po ni Mayor Sara Duterte, ako po ang inyong lingkod, Tek Ocampo, live dito sa Davao City. Sa pagpapatuloy ng pangangampanya ng Unity Team nitong weekend ay sinuyod ni Mayor Sara Duterte ang iba't ibang lugar sa Kalakhang, Maynila. Nitong Biyernes ng gabi, back-to-back ang ginanap na local proclamation rally. Una na rito ay ang ginanap sa San Andres Bukid sa Maynila, kung saan daang-daang mga residente at supporters ang dumalo at nakisaya sa alkalde na game ding nakialiw sa kanila.
And make it better. Remember to let into your heart, and you can start to make it better. Thank you. Okay.
Sinundan ito ng isa na namang rally sa Plaza Hernandez sa Tondo, Maynila, kung saan libu-libong supporters ang dumalo at nakinig sa alkalde at sa ilang Unity Team senatorial candidates. Siyempre pa, hindi kompleto ang gabi kung walang entertainment portion sa pangunguna ng batikang Pinoy rapper na si Andrew E. Araw ng Sabado naman ay unang bumisita sa Pasig City at nakipag-meet and greet sa mga PTA officers ng lungsod. Maliban pa rito ay nagkaroon ng market tour ang alkalde sa Bagsakan Market. Makikita ang game na game si Mayor Sara Duterte sa pakikipag-selfie sa mga supporters ng Pasig City. Sunod namang binisita ng alkalde ang lungsod ng Mandaluyong kung saan ginanap ang isang mini rally at meeting kasama ang mga SK chairman at mga barangay officials ng Mandaluyong. Samantala, sa kanyang pagbisita sa Bulacan, nagkaroon ng pagkakataon si Mayor Sara Duterte na makapasok sa isang coffee shop kung saan may nakadisplay dito na kakaibang paraan ng pagboto ng kandidato. Panoorin po natin dito lang sa Inday, Sara Light.
Magandang araw sa inyo lahat. Nandito po tayo sa Bulacan, sa Tila Pilon Hills Cafe. At meron po silang pagboboto gamit ang coffee beans dito dahil isa po itong coffee shop. Dito, makita nyo yung botohan ng mga presidential balls. Yan, yan. Dito ka kukuha ng coffee bean pang boto. At ito, isang presidential ball. And of course, ito, my favorite, Unity. So, ako ay boboto ngayong araw na ito. Of course, naboboto ko yung aking running mate, katandem, at uubusin ko lahat. Ubusin ko lahat. Yan. Dito. Yan. At meron pa isang boboto, ang ating Senator Robin Padilla. Ay, bibigay ko na. Baka,
of course,
yan, ganyan. Yan.
Lagay ko na rin po lahat.
Yan.
Pwede po ba ibaba na rin to? Ito lang to mga to. Yan.
Yan.
Lagay na natin to dito. Ayun, may nanalo na po. Mga mahal kong kababayan, ang totoo niyan, ito, lahat po, ito yung bumoto ng BBM. Puno na po, kaya inilipat na po dito. Kaya para maging fair, gusto nyo, bawasan ko yan, lagay ko lahat. Wala pa rin naabot doon. Kaya ako, solid to.
Yan, maraming salamat at sinamahan nyo kami dito sa Tila Pilon Hills Cafe. Magandang araw sa inyo lahat. Mahalin natin ang Pilipinas.
Patuloy po natin antabayan ang susunod pang kaganapan ng Uniteam dito lang sa Mayor Sara Duterte Facebook page at Inday Sara Duterte YouTube channel. Samantala, upang maging official supporter ng Uniteam at ituloy ang pagbabago movement o IPM, narito ang mga hakbang na maaaring sundin. Panuorin po natin.
Sa simpleng pagpindot ng iyong cellphone, maaari lang may pahayag ang iyong pagsuporta sa Uniteam at ituloy ang pagbabago movement. Unang gawin ay pumunta sa www.ipm2022.ph. Upang maging opisyal na miyembro ng Uniteam at IPM, itap ang Register as a Supporter. Kompletuhin ang mga kinakailangang importanteng detalye ng supporter registration form, gaya ng iyong pangalan, middle name at apelyido, kasarian, edad at ang iyong mobile number. Kung ikaw ay isang overseas Filipino worker, piliin ang yes at ilagay kung saang bansa ka nakatira. Kung ikaw naman ay nandito sa Pilipinas, ilagay ang rehiyon, probinsya, lungsod o munisipalidad at kung saang barangay ka nakatira. Kinakailangan rin ang iyong kompletong address. Paalala, huwag gumamit ng pagdadaglat o abbreviation. Sunod ay piliin ang kategorya na iyong kinabibilangan. Pumili rin ng sektor na iyong kinabibilangan. Siguraduhin tama ang iyong ibinigay na impormasyon bago pindutin ang Save button. Pagkatapos pindutin ang Save button, lalabas sa screen ang iyong official ID, nagpapatunay na ikaw ay isang official supporter ng Uniteam at ituloy ang pagbabago movement. Paalala, hindi na maaaring bumalik sa nakaraang page kung nariyan na ang iyong official ID. Agad na pindutin ang Save button bago ito mawala. Kung sakaling mayroong mga katanungan, maaaring message ang Ituloy ang Pagbabago Facebook page at agad namin itong sasagutin.
Ang turo ng aking mga magulang sa aking pagtatrabaho, dapat pantay-pantay ang lahat. Walang kasarian, edad o relihiyon. Walang mahirap, walang mayaman. Ang kailangan natin, trabaho, edukasyon, mapayapang pamumuhay. Ang kailangan ng bansa, pagkakaisa ng bayan, disiplinadong mamamayan, tuloy-tuloy na kaunlaran. Ako si Inday Sara Duterte. Matibay ang puso na maglilingkod para sa mga Pilipino, para sa Pilipinas. Mahalin natin ang Pilipinas.
Ba't ka sumali dyan? Ipanlalaki yan. Yun talaga yung mga naririnig ko that time eh.
Ako po ay galing sa mahirap na pamilya. Tuloy pa rin ang buhay, lumalaban pa rin ako.
Kaya nga ang ginawa ko, talagang nagsumikap ako sa lahat ng paraan na pwedeng mabuhay kami.
Fulfilling. Kasi para dugot pawis po yung pinagdaanan namin during training.
Lahat ng mga leader ng LGBT mag-meeting kasi mayroon daw ibigay na programa ang gobyerno tulad ng mga livelihood.
The world will be a better place if objective po yung kagandahan.
Ang kagandahan sa akin it's for everybody.
Maganda ako dahil nakasurvive ako sa hirap ng buhay ko noon.
Ako si Inday AJ, sasagitin ka sa anumang panganib.
Ako si Inday Masoy, kakampi mo sa hamon ng buhay.
Ako po si Inday Darwin, hahasain ang inyong isip tungo sa magandang buhay. Inday will always love you.
Sa kanyang dala, sa kanyang mga pakpak, kasama tayo sa pag-ibig. Sa kanyang puso ay titibay tayo, tataas-lilipan tayo. Inday Sara, sa'yo lang umaasa. Sara, ikaw na nga.
Isa sa mga itinuturing na pet project ni Mayor Sara Duterte ang tinatawag na Magnegosyo Taday. Isang proyekto na magbibigay tulong sa mga kababaihan ng Davao City para sa kanilang dagdag kabuhayan. Sa paglipas ng panahon, nagkaroon ng sequel ang nasabing proyekto para naman sa mga miyembro ng LGBT community na kilala ring malapit sa puso ng alkalde. At tinawag itong Rainbow Magnegosyo Taday. Tungayan natin ang kwento ng tagumpay ng proyektong ito dito lang sa Inday Will Always Love You.
Isang proyektong nakatulong na sa may 800 LGBTQ community members, pati na po sa kanilang mga pamilya para magkaroon ng sarili nilang kabuhayan o makapag-expand ng sarili nilang negosyo. Ang tinutukoy ko po ay ang Rainbow Magnegosyo Taday Livelihood Assistance Program for the LGBT sector.
Ako po si Joan Pailagutan, aka Jop or Jupail. Nakatira sa Purok 8, Barangay 76, Davao City. Kasalukuyan po, ako po ang lesbian convener ng LGBT Davao City Coalition. Isa sa presidente ng organization, Davao Pretty Butch. Ito po ang aking tindahan na nakuha ko sa Rainbow Magnegosyo.
Kwento natin sa ating mga kaibigan sa buong mundo na itong Rainbow Magnegosyo Taday is anak ng mother project na Magnegosyo Taday. And ikaw yung nag-push talaga nito sa City Mayor's Office, sa opisina ko, kinausap mo ako, sabi mo, pwede nating i-expand ang Magnegosyo Taday to the LGBT sector. Kasi pag sinabi nating Magnegosyo Taday, women ang recipients ang beneficiaries ng project. Pero ito, it's Rainbow Magnegosyo Taday for the LGBT sector.
Para sabihin po natin na maging social inclusion or inclusive in nature, out of the 90, we identified 56 organized groups na most active based po doon sa ating monitoring and evaluation. And out of those 56, we identified 15 active members na meron na po silang existing po na negosyo. So parang additional capital na lang po, Mayor, para po na mas ma-continue ang kanilang production doon sa kanilang business. And as of to date, Mayor, meron na po tayong 720 na beneficiaries at bawat isa po sa kanila ay active na pinupuntahan po ng CSWD o social workers sa kanya-kanyang mga lugar. Kasi meron po mga pagkakataon, Mayor, lalo na po ngayong COVID-19, na kasi po ROI po ito, Mayor. Meron po tayong return of investment. Hindi po ito grant para po mas marami pa po tayong matulungang mga kapwa LGBT pagkatapos po nilang makapagbayad. Either 2 options, either 12 months or 24 months po, based po doon sa ating programa.
Meron akong isang motor na low installment. Tapos every month nagbabayad ako ng 3,800. Dito ko kinukuha sa tindahan. Nag-iipon ako everyday ng 200 pesos para pambayad sa motor, pambayad sa ilaw sa tubig. Doon din kami kumukuha ng pang araw-araw na pagkain. Tawag dito sa amin bagting, yung with peanut butter, mayonnaise, yung mga ganon. Tapos may burger with egg. Then siomai. Kami rin nagluluto ng sariling chili sauce para sa siomai namin. Yan yun, nilagang itlog at iba pa.
Ang susi po ng ating pera ay nasa pagnenegosyo po. At hindi lang sa pagnenegosyo, tamang pagnenegosyo. Yan po ang magnegosyo tagay sa Davao City. At dahil sobrang successful yung magnegosyo tagay namin sa mga kababaihan, ay na-expand namin ito sa LGBT sector namin. So meron din kami mga lesbian at mga gays na nakapagnegosyo dahil sa magnegosyo tagay.
So mula po nung mag-pandemic, bali itong tindahan na ito nang kinukuna namin ng mga gastusin sa bahay. So lahat po lang ng tulong na binibigay ni Mayor Inday, nagpapasalamat po ako at ang LGBT sector sa kanyang mga binibigay sa amin na tulong.
Ang turo ng aking mga magulang sa aking pagtatrabaho, dapat pantay-pantay ang lahat. Walang kasarian, edad o relihiyon. Walang mahirap, walang mayaman. Ang kailangan natin, trabaho, edukasyon, mapayapang pamumuhay. Ang kailangan ng bansa, pagkakaisa ng bayan, disiplinadong mamamayan, tuloy-tuloy na kaunlaran. Ako si Inday Sara Duterte. Matibay ang puso na maglilingkod para sa mga Pilipino, para sa Pilipinas. Mahalin natin ang Pilipinas.
Andyan sa puso natin yung hindi humuhusga sa ibang tao.
Yun pong tao na handang tumulong, yung mga instrumentong ginagamit ni Lord, yun pong ililift up ako, yung magbigay ng encouragement.
Marunong makisama kasi yung tao naman na nakakaharap mo araw-araw, kung maganda yung pakikitungo mo, babalik din sa'yo lahat ng kagandahan na ginawa mo para sa kanila.
Ako si Inday Nila, person with disability. Aalagaan ka.
Ako si Inday Lai, sasamahan kita.
Ako po si Inday Jane, handang maglingkod, isang Inday. Inday will always love you.
Inday Sara, sa'yo lang umaasa.
Bago po tayo magbasa ng messages mula sa ating viewers, shoutout po muna sa mga grupong sumusuporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte, kay Apo Bongbong Marcos at sa Uniteam. Kislap o kay Inday Sara, lilipad ang Pilipinas, Isip Pilipinas, Inday Sara, ikalawang Pangulo ng Pilipinas, Isda o Inday Sara Duterte ako. Sara tayo at Let's Go Uniteam Coalition. At syempre, nais din po nating batiin ang ating mahal na Pangulo, President Rodrigo Duterte, sa kanyang kaarawan ngayong araw. Alam niyo po, ayaw na ayaw po ni Mayor Duterte noon na batiin po siya, no? Sa media kami, pinagsabihan na kami na ayaw po niyang magpag-greet. Ewan ko kung bakit, pero wala tayong magagawa dahil Mr. President, Pangulo na po kayo ng bansa at dapat namin kayo talagang batiin ng happy birthday po, Mr. President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, and may God bless you with long and healthy life. Message naman mula kay Plinch Azomos. Good morning, Mayor Inday Sara and Sir Tech. Happy birthday to PRRD. Maraming salamat po sa inyong suporta at sa inyong pagbati po sa ating mahal na Pangulo. Maraming salamat po. Mula naman kay Jerwin Estilioso, Labata, Solid BBM Sara Uniteam, watching from Davao. Maraming salamat, Jerwin, sa iyong pagsuporta sa BBM Sara Uniteam. Mula kay Dar naman, pa-shoutout po, Riquinto family from Davao del Norte. Maraming salamat po at God bless you po dyan sa Davao del Norte. Mula kay Abigail Beriza, I am proudly a supporter member of IPM. Maraming salamat po, Abigail, sa inyong suporta sa IPM at maging sa BBM Sara Uniteam. Mula naman kay Amira Filomena Alonzo, Bongbong Marcos for President, Inday Sara Duterte for Vice President. Maraming salamat po, Amira, sa iyong suporta sa BBM Sara Uniteam. Maraming salamat po. Mula kay Delia Rodriguez Filamor, watching from Gloucester, United States of America. Sa, ano bang MA? Massachusetts. Ayun. Maraming salamat po sa inyong suporta at tuloy lang po ang ating pag-iingat laban sa COVID-19. Mula naman kay Nida Conner. Hi, Madam Sara, watching from Washington, USA. Ma'am Nida, maraming salamat po at sa ating mga kababayan dyan sa Washington, D.C. na nanonood. Mag-ingat po kayo and God bless you po. Mula naman kay Emmy Hidalgo Dalion, love you po, waiting from Hingoog City, Misamis Oriental. Maraming salamat, Emmy, sa inyong suporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte, ang ating future Vice President. Mula kay Edward Salaw, Solid Uniteam from the Sultanate of Oman. Maraming salamat, Sir Edward, at lahat sa mga nanonood dyan sa Oman sa inyong patuloy na suporta sa BBM Sara Uniteam. Mula kay Ailana De Castro, watching from General Santos City. Maraming salamat po sa inyong suporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte at kay Bongbong Marcos at sa maging ang buong Uniteam dyan sa General Santos City. Maraming salamat po. Mula kay Mary May Ward, Camiguin, Leyte, Pasig, Butuan, Sara and BBM. Maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy at walang sawang suporta sa BBM Sara Uniteam. Mula kay Michelle Paclibar Buhya, pa-shoutout po, VP Sara from Barangay Limulan, Kalamansig, Sultan Kudarat. Welcome po sa aming probinsya ng Sultan Kudarat, Solid Unity. Maraming salamat po sa ating mga kababayan sa Sultan Kudarat sa inyong suporta sa BBM Sara Unity.
Inday Sara, ikaw ang Agila.
Iilang Dabaweño artists ang nagpahayag ng suporta at paniniwala sa kandidatura pagka-Vice Presidente ni Mayor Sara Duterte. Magkaiba man ang larangan ng sining ay iisa ang kanilang layunin, ang magbigay ng taus-pusong suporta kay Mayor Sara. Pakinggan natin sina Attorney Ipinagmalaki III, isang indie film director, at si Chubbs Cortesa, isang singer, stand-up comedian. Panoorin natin dito lang sa Artist for Sara.
I'm Ipinagmalaki III, indie filmmaker. Mayor, you have my full support, but I still wish that you would have run for the presidency. But with you running as Vice President, it makes me even admire you more because it only shows that you were able to avoid the lust for power where most politicians succumb to. Good luck, Mayor, and Godspeed.
Hi, my name is Chabs. I am a stand-up comedian here in Davao City, a performer, a host, a singer, and a radio anchor. Kasi nga sa bar, sabi nila kamukha ko daw si Mayor Inday Sara Duterte. So parang inangkin ko na talaga siya ng bongga kasi hello, ang ganda kaya ni Mayor. So there was an event, tumating siya, first ko siya nakita ko, oh my God, ang ganda. Hindi ako nag-hesitate, sinabihan ko talaga siya with the microphone. Tapos habang umiinom siya ng coffee, sabi ko, Mayor, sabi nila kamukha daw tayo. And then, just natatawa ko sa expression that time. Para pa yung, parang nabuhos pa yung kape pag sabi ko ng kamukha tayo, pag hindi siya naniwala. So, doon na nag-start lahat. So, there was a time I posted on my Facebook, wala ako ng boses. Then suddenly, nasa gig ako sa bar that time, may dumating na tauhan niya siguro yon, and then may binigay siyang honey. And then may nakasulat doon, inumin ko daw para gumaling yung throat ko. Ganyan siya ka-thoughtful, ganyan siya ka-concern na tao. Being a leader, may isang salita siya. Pag sinabi niya, yun na yun. Pag ginusto niya, yun talaga ang mangyayari. And then, rin siya, may puso siya sa mga tao. Alam niya kung ano ang mga nafe-feel o nararamdaman ng mga tao. Yun ang gusto ko sa kanya. May puso siya sa mga tao. Mayor, ano man na mangyari, we're still here. Nandito lang kami for you. We will support you. And mamimiss kita ng bongga kung malay natin, magiging Vice President ka soon, doon ka na sa Manila. So, I'm gonna miss you, but we are proud of you and we will always love you. And I will always love you.
Ako po si Direk Niel de Mesa ng Artists for Sara. Kung ikaw ay isang Pilipino na tunay na sumusuporta kay Mayor Inday Sara Duterte at sa tambalang BBM Sara, hinahayag mo ito sa iyong social media accounts o nagsishare ng mga posts tungkol sa Unity. At syempre, ikaw ay isang malikhaing alagad ng sining. Maaring ikaw ay isang musiko, aktor, mga awit, kompositor, taga-teatro, mananayaw, designer, graphic artist, live performer, filmmaker, manunulat, DJ, o di kaya ay nasa larangan ng multimedia at creative arts. Maaari mo nang sabihin ikaw ay isang artist for Sara. Isa sa adhikain ni Mayor Inday Sara ang pagkakapantay-pantay ng lahat ng mga Pilipino. Walang mayaman, walang mahirap, walang kasarian, walang relihiyon. Sa makatuwid, walang sikat at hindi sikat. Ang boses mo at ang iyong suporta ay mahalaga, lalo na sa larangan ng sining. Isang larangan na nais pag-ibayuhin ni Mayor Inday Sara Duterte at suportahan sa paparating niyang termino. Kung nais mong makibahagi sa mga activities o events para sa tambalang BBM Sara, mag-email lang ng inyong contact details sa artistsforsara@gmail.com. Daghang salamat at mahalin natin ang Pilipinas. Shukran.
Assalamualaikum, madayaw ug maayong adlaw kaninyong tanan. Maraming salamat sa mga kasapi ng Artists for Sara para sa inyong suporta sa aking mithiin na maging pangalawang pangulo ng ating bansa. Nakakataba ito ng puso at dagdag inspirasyon at lakas ng loob para sa akin. Sama-sama po tayong isulong ang isang mapayapa at maunlad na pamumuhay para sa bawat Pilipino. Mahalin natin ang Pilipinas. Syukran.
Bago tayo magpaalam, shoutout po muna sa mga grupong patuloy ang suporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte, Apo Bongbong Marcos at sa buong Unity Team. Let's go Unity Team Coalition, Super Inday, Sara All, Masada o Marcos Sara Duterte Alliance, Inday Cares at iba't ibang BBM Sara Unity Team chapters sa buong mundo. At dyan po nagtatapos ang Sara All4U ngayong araw ng Lunes. Maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy na pagsubaybay sa ating programa. Muli pong palaala, mag-ingat pa rin laban sa COVID-19, hindi lang para sa ating sarili, kundi para rin sa ating mga mahal sa buhay. Kaya always wear your face mask, observe social distancing, at magpabakuna o booster shot po tayong lahat. At sa ngalan ni Mayor Sara Duterte, ako po ang inyong lingkod, puso at serbisyo, Tech Ocampo. At ito po ang Sara All4U.
Sara Zimmerman Duterte is a Filipino politician and lawyer. She is popularly known in the Philippines as Inday Sara. The nickname Inday means beloved in the Visayan language. In her baptism records, her name is Sara Vicenta, in honor of her grandfather, Vicente. She is the second child of Rodrigo Roa Duterte, the 16th President of the Republic of the Philippines, and Elizabeth Zimmerman Duterte, a former flight attendant and teacher. Sara is the first ever elected woman and the youngest vice mayor and mayor of Davao City. Her life is profoundly backdropped by her family's long history in politics and public service. Her socio-political acumen and leadership skills have been sharpened by the Duterte family's tradition of working in the government and serving the people. Sara's grandfather, lawyer Vicente Tete Gonzales Duterte, was governor of the then undivided Davao Province from 1959 to 1965. For 3 years, starting 1965, he served as the Secretary of General Services of former President Ferdinand Marcos. Before this, he served as acting mayor of Cebu's municipality of Danao from 1946 to 1948. Sara's lolo Tete was a man remembered by many for his humility and magnanimity. Her grandmother, Soledad Gonzales Roa, was an educator who established a foundation in Davao City that served indigenous people's children needing education. On the other hand, Sara's maternal ancestry provided her with an acute understanding of the heart of the working class. Her maternal grandfather, Godofredo Baldazo Zimmerman, was the son of George John Zimmerman, a German-American missionary, and Cristita Baldazo, who hailed from Hilongos, Leyte. Her lolo Godo worked his way up from crew to ship captain. Sara's grandmother, Purissima Puring Fortunado Abellana, was an exuberant popular vendor in Davao City's Bangkerohan and Manila's Baclaran markets. Puring's roots are traced back to Tuburan, Cebu, and is said to be a putative descendant of Hari Tupas, the son-in-law of Hari Humabon. Before politics, Sara had a brief stint as a court attorney in the Supreme Court of the Philippines in 2006. She then served as vice mayor from 2007 to 2010 and was elected mayor in 2010 in what is now known as the biggest landslide election victory in the history of Davao. Although a newcomer in 2007, Sara demonstrated transformational leadership skills among the members of the City Council. Her colleague, the veteran legislator Pilar Braga, described her as a firm, principled, tactful negotiator, pacifier, and fearless administrator. One of the landmark legislation passed when she was vice mayor was the Watershed Code of Davao. It aims to protect, conserve, and manage the watershed areas of the city. Her landmark project while serving vice mayor was Inday Para sa Barangay, a whole-of-government approach to service every year in each of the 182 barangays of the city. It is now called the Caravan of Government Services when she moved to the city mayor's office. During her term as mayor, the timeless Davao Life is Here brand was created. It propelled Davao City's image as a desired market and destination for investment and tourism events, including the meetings, incentives, conference, exhibitions market. As a neophyte mayor in 2010, she easily gained the trust of Region 11 economic pillars. Then President Benigno Simeon Aquino Jr. appointed her as chairperson of the Regional Development Council. The RDC under her leadership made notable accomplishments that propelled the region. She was also selected as a NEDA Board Regional Development Committee Mindanao Area Committee chairperson. During her first full year as RDC chairperson, Davao Region's gross regional domestic product expanded from 3.9% in 2011 to 7.1% in 2012. Because of this notable accomplishment, Sara was lauded by Joey Salceda, a prominent economist and well-respected member of the House of Representatives, as someone with an enlightened leadership style and sophisticated economic thinking. Under Sara's leadership, Davao City soared to greater heights and emerged as a premier city in Mindanao. For the short period of 2011 to 2013, Davao City received 36 awards, citations, and recognitions for good governance, business, tourism, health, environment, fiscal management, transparency, among others. Sara served as a regional officer of the National Movement of Young Legislators in 2007 to 2010 and served as officer in the National Executive Board of the League of Cities Philippines in 2010 to 2013. At this point, she already figured in the early surveys for senators in the 2013 elections, even if she was underage. In 2013, Sara took a respite from politics, devoting her time as one of the partner lawyers of Carpio and Duterte lawyers. She passed the pre-judicature program of the Philippine Judicial Academy in preparation for her plans to join the judiciary. Her desire to continue serving the public led her to be involved in a non-government organization, and in 2014, she was elected to the Board of Governors of the Philippine Red Cross. On the side, she worked on various product endorsements and as a segment host for a local morning news show on GMA Network. Her hosting job gave her the opportunity to volunteer, deliver relief, and report firsthand on the damage and the needs of the Boholanos during the 2013 earthquake. In 2016, Sara re-entered local politics and ran for mayor. She and her mother Elizabeth, who was in between cancer treatments, embarked on a national bus caravan called Biyaheng Duterte to help campaign for President Duterte. They were joined by some members of the family and Sara's friends and classmates from high school. Fresh from the success of the bus campaign, the centerpiece of her mayoral comeback was called Biyaheng Duterte, a political agenda guided by 30 projects for 10 priority sectors: education, health, poverty alleviation, infrastructure development, solid waste management and environment, agriculture, investment and tourism, traffic and transportation management, disaster risk reduction and management, and peace and order. As a believer of continuity, Sara's 2019 mayoral re-election bid was anchored on the 2016 platform, but this time called Biyaheng Duterte, the second trip. Sara relentlessly pursued peace and progress in her administration. As a result, she was able to lift Davao City to a stellar national status with 117 awards, citations, and recognitions from March 2017 to December 2021. Davao City is included on the 2021 Top 10 Richest Cities of the Philippines of the Commission on Audit. And in the same year, Davao City was ranked the 4th most competitive, highly urbanized city by the Department of Trade and Industry. At the end of calendar year 2022, Davao City is expected to be debt-free. At the start of 2016, when she returned as mayor, Davao City's loan balance was in the amount of 1.3 billion pesos out of all loans contracted by the city during the years 2000, between 2005 and 2010, and in 2015. Loan repayments have been consistently provided for in the budget. For the year 2022, the amount of 46.7 million pesos has been made available for the final repayment, making Davao City debt-free. During her terms as mayor between 2016 and 2022, she played supporting roles to the Regional Development Council and the Regional Peace and Order Council. Sara accepted the challenge of the appointment as chairperson of both the Metropolitan Davao Coordinating Committee under the RDC and the Task Force Tuganay of the RPOC. Both committees are trailblazing peace and development initiatives in Region 11. The Metro Davao Committee lists as an accomplishment the House of Representatives and Senate approval of the creation of Metropolitan Davao Development Authority. Sara has been recognized both here and abroad for the work that she has done as local chief executive. In 2012, she was one of the 88 nominees to the prestigious World Mayor Awards and one of the only 2 Filipino mayor nominees. In 2021, she was selected as the Philippines' top-performing mayor with a rating of 93% by an independent and non-commissioned survey of the RP Mission and Development Foundation, Incorporated. It was a feat achieved in the time of the crushing COVID-19 pandemic. Foreign governments have also recognized Sara for her work, generously supporting and inviting her to learn from their countries. She was one of only 2 Philippine mayors invited in 2012 by the government of Israel to attend the 28th International Mayors Conference. In that same year, she also participated in the World Mayors Forum in Singapore. In 2018, Sara participated in an urban planning study tour in the cities of Tokyo and Kitakyushu with the Japan International Cooperation Agency. And in 2020, she attended the 88th Winter Meeting of the United States Conference of Mayors in Washington, D.C. Sara is an alumna of the International Visitors Leadership Program of the U.S. State Department. Her advocacies are reflected in the projects dearest to her, the Peace 911, Magnegosyo Taday, Pagbabago Campaign, and the Kian Gabriel Hotline. Peace 911 is a successful local peace initiative that practically brought stability to the once conflict area of Paquibato District in Davao City. The project contributed to the collapse of the New People's Army Guerrilla Front 55. Magnegosyo Taday is a livelihood support project that encourages entrepreneurship of women. The success of MTD spawned the Rainbow Magnegosyo Taday that intend to support entrepreneurship in the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transsexual community. The Pagbabago campaign is a 2-pronged approach to solving interlocking problems related to poverty, children's education, and responsible parenthood. Through the Pagbabago campaign, children and parents in the communities are given bags branded as Pagbabago that contain reading materials on the importance of education and responsible parenting. Sara personally delivers these bags to children and parents. She uses her voice and influence to steer families into the right path out of poverty. The Kian Gabriel Hotline was created to allow anonymous reporting of child neglect and abuse that paved the way to rescue children in distress. The hotline was created in memory of 2 children in Davao City who died because of abuse. Since its operationalization in October 2016 and as of January 2022, no child has died at the hands of abusers in the city. In 2018, Sara led the creation of Hugpong ng Pagbabago, a region-wide political party aimed at creating a strong, peaceful, and developed region that can become a symbol of hope for our country's progress. Just like in 2016, she also went around the country in 2019, but this time on her favorite big bike, a 900cc Yamaha XSR, she fondly named Ella to help campaign for senator candidates. In November 2021, Sara took her oath as a member of the Lakas Christian Muslim Democrats National Party. Sara is currently the chairperson of both the HNP and Lakas CMD. Sara is an adopted member of the Philippine Military Academy Maharlika Class of 1984 and the Philippine National Police Academy Tagapagkalinga Class of 1991. She is a member of the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary and the Armed Forces of the Philippines Army Reserve Command. She holds the rank of Colonel and is currently the Assistant Brigade Commander of the 2202nd Ready Reserve Combined Arms Brigade, Philippine Army. She has received several medals, ribbons, badges, and citations for her work in Davao in support of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. She also received a presidential award from former President Benigno Simeon Aquino Jr. and the Philippine Commission for the Urban Poor in December 2011. And in August 2021, Sara was celebrated by Asia Pacific Luminaire Awards as someone who has contributed to the creation of a brighter future. Sara is a Bachelor of Science in Respiratory Therapy graduate from the San Pedro College in Davao City. She received her Juris Doctor degree from the San Sebastian College Recoletos in the city of Manila. She was presented as one of the 30 most outstanding St. Augustine awardees of San Sebastian in January 2014 and was granted by the San Sebastian College of Law the Distinguished Alumna Award for Public Service in February 2020. She also received the Distinguished Woman of Service Award from the San Beda College Alumni Association in February 2011. Sara spent 4 years of law school at the San Beda and her final year in San Sebastian. Sara is a graduate in 2011 of the twin program of the Armed Forces of the Philippines Command and General Staff College, General Staff Course, and the Development Academy of the Philippines, Master of Public Management. Sara is blessed as an adopted member of the Ate tribe of Davao City in 2013. She was given the name Bio Simulun. She is also an adopted daughter of the province of Camarines Sur and the city of Tangub, and in 2019, she was blessed as an adopted daughter of the province of Abras Tingyan tribe, given the name Dulimaman, which was inspired from the courageous heroine in the tribe's epic Wadagan Ken Dulimaman. Sara was once involved in an infamous punching incident of a court sheriff in 2011. She has twice publicly apologized for what happened and was suspended by the Department of the Interior and Local Government and reprimanded through an administrative case. Looking back, she describes the sad incident as a turning point in her life as a politician, a constant reminder not to embarrass the mandate given to me by the people. She now considers herself the best person to talk about peace because she was once a national face of rage. Meanwhile, Sara has a collection of photos of herself with facades and altars of numerous Catholic churches taken during her travels all around the country. She is keenly interested in the architecture and history of Catholic churches, believing that each reflect the faith of the people and the uniqueness of the towns where these churches are built. She is married to fellow lawyer Manassas Reyes Carpio, and they have 3 children named Shark, Stingray, and Stonefish. Inday Sara is undoubtedly no magician, but the strength of her heart to lift everyone and soar high, fight, and win makes her second to none.